Welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality Cast. I am one of your hosts, Chris Phelps, and my co-host and very good friend is Mr. Dave Horrocks.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Love Island UK Season 8, Episode 12. Now, Chris, I think this was the best episode of the season, but I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit divisive as well. So I'm going to ask you where you want to start, but I think I know the answer.
It's got to be Ekin-Su, Dave, hasn't it, really? It has. I mean, I was watching the start of this. I was pretty fuming watching what she did. I didn't. Davide has got that fiery spirit about him, but he went too far, Dave. I thought he was right to have a go at her. Not that he went too far, but I just think he was like, fuck off. You know, fuck, I don't want to speak.
It's not a good look, is it?
No, it's not. Not because he's got as a great man would say, Dave, don't do it. I have the high ground, you know, like Dave. So he had the moral compass on that and he lost it. He should have acted cool, not give a shit, you know, make her understand the situation. I did like when Davide asked Jay, and he went, you've been up there. The accent's coming back there. You've been up there.
It wasn't terrible.
It wasn't that bad, that. He went, and Jay, hand over his head, rubbing his head, went, yeah, I don't blame you. You're she's a liar. And then he's like, liar!
I love it. You are a liar and an actress.
You fucking Oscar. But then he did go a bit too far, I thought. But I do think what pissed me off, Dave, after that was Ekin-Su trying to force the tears out, blaming Davide for everything. There was a lot of things she was saying was correct. Like, you didn't give a shit about me. You've not bothered with me. I'm quite entitled to go and look with someone. I said all this yesterday. I stand by that. There's a lot of what Ekin-Su was saying was correct, but her fucking attitude and her behaviour was I'm sorry, I'm siding with Davide to a point. It was Oscar winning, Dave. She knew what she was doing, and my two favourite moments were India and Amber. Amber's fucking eye roll, which has been replayed on Twitter, is brilliant. They are not buying what she's fucking selling, Dave. They know, and India even said, "Are you upset because you've been found out?" Because Jay said when she had to go at Jay, not Ekin-Su had a go, but Ekin-Su had a word with Jay, and she went, have you told him? Well, yeah, I've told him. Yeah, I've told him. I was just about to do it.
Yeah.
Fucking
honestly.
bullshit.
Unfortunately, he lost it. So I lost the opportunity to tell him, fucking, yeah, all right. I could just imagine, Dr. Evil, right.
Yeah, because when he collared us, she went, I was at the front door. Bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was brilliant that day. And I think what I have a problem with Ekin-Su, and I said this, it wasn't on the podcast, was she's been so upfront, she's been so honest, so opinionated, but she's done it in the right way. She's been a breath of fresh air. She's what the show needs. I still stand by that no matter what's going on or what I think what's happened. The one time where she should have been fucking stand up and honest, because the whole way she's built herself up in the show has been really, I'm getting what I want. I don't care. It's a show. I want love. I want whoever it is, blah, blah, blah. And she bottled it and absolutely lied because she was in a corner. And then it's difficult to claw it back. And people like Luca and Andrew, Dave, they were fucking really good at her. And Luca, I'm not a fan of, but he laid into her and she had nowhere to go, to be honest.
Look, I think Ekin-Su is fucking brilliant for this show.
I do. I think she's amazing. I do.
I really enjoyed the episode and the drama it created. But I think, again, it's one of those when no one comes out of it well. I can understand, Davide, I said a few episodes ago, thank you very much, Tom, for reminding me that I did say if, he ended up getting rejected, there could be a few fireworks there. And so, he was feeling betrayed, wasn't he? He'd felt lied to, and he was just losing it. Now, we've seen people on Love Island lose it a lot worse than that. So yes, he was raising his voice. Yes, he probably stepped over the line, but we've seen people do that worse. I think she could have rescued it back, for me at least. And all we're talking about is opinions here. But when she said she was at the front door and lied to Davide about where she'd been, right, there's a bunch of things leading up to that. I mean, it was fucking obvious the way she's signaling. Jay is literally sat with the boys and she's like, come over here. And then they're trying to do all this cloak and dagger stuff. And like, people aren't fucking stupid. You're all in this little campus. Everyone knows where everyone is or has got a good idea. And it's like, oh, those two have disappeared. It was so fucking obvious. So, but in that moment, when Davide asked her, said, I'm at the front door, she could have said after, oh, well, you just caught me off guard and I panicked. Just had a bit of a brain fart.
We all do that. Yeah, we've all done that.
So she could have said that, but no, she continues to try and make it Davide's fault. And it's like, you weren't interested. Oh, you suddenly care now. And I tell you what, there were a few truths spoken tonight by a few different people. I think I'm trying to think now which one it was because there were so many truths. But she was the opposite. She just kept lying and kept lying again. And like you say, Luca called her out. He said, well, no, you did lie. She's like, well, no, I didn't. And then she's saying stuff like, well, it's not technically cheating. Oh, I tell you what the truth was. I was thinking, Andrew, he says, yeah, but we've only been here a week and a half. And he's talking about the OGs there. She only came in, 4 or 5 days ago? And people are allowed to go at their own pace. We've said that before, that some people want to rush these things. Other people are a bit more standoffish. Davide had been with Gemma for a little bit. Then he'd coupled up with Ekin-Su. What's fuck does she expect? So I just think she came off worse and worse as it went on. And you could see everyone else's tolerance around her. Just they weren't buying it. India was like fucking
brilliant.
The face on it, like, I'm not buying it. But Amber was a bit later, wasn't it? When what was her name? Danica came in, and she was like, Ekin-Su does not like Danica at all. I don't think any of the girls do, but in particular Ekin-Su. And Amber's like, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah. That was brilliant.
Sure, right up.
It was brilliant.
You could just tell. I mean, I thought, to be honest, Paige seemed to be on Ekin-Su's side, and that was because Davide was shouting, wasn't it? And so again, if he'd have just maintained his cool there, he could have kept, the moral high ground, and he did lose it. But I just think everyone can kind of see what's going on there. And I just thought it was brilliant drama, Chris.
I loved it, Dave. Absolutely loved it tonight. And I'm with you. She has to stay in the villa. I think that's the problem. Davide is kicking off. It's more his ego is bruised, like we said yesterday. Like you said, if it was in real life, then you'd be straight away like, Ekin-Su, what the hell are you doing? It's wrong or anything. But in the confines of Love Island, I can take a step back. I'm not buying anything Ekin-Su says. But Dave, there's a theory online about Ekin-Su, and I tell you what, Dave, I might become a number one fan because I saw it and I was like, oh my God, what is the one thing I always want in Love Island, Dave? I always want it.
You want someone to win and walk away with the 50K.
Yes. And Ekin-Su is that person, Dave. If she stays to the end, I can't see her winning, Dave. But if by some sheer chance she does, and she gets in a relationship and the nation takes her in, because at the moment, everyone loves Ekin-Su for the ridiculousness, the way she's so all over the place, what she's doing. She's just laying waste to the actual villa, which is fine. And it's great TV. It's exactly what we wanted after the dull first couple of days with Gemma and all that other crap. But she's the type, Dave, who would take the money. And I'm fucking here for it, my friend. I'll take everything back I've said fuck Davide and everyone else. She can do whatever she wants. If she can promise me she walks away at the end when they've got the 2 envelopes and she has that money, I'll be bowing down to Ekin-Su, Dave, because she's got all the ingredients to go, you know what, fuck it. And it also plays into the fact that she probably has been given this as a bit of a job as an actress. And I don't give a fuck, Dave. Please, Ekin-Su, steal the money. Chris will be happy forever.
I don't think she is a plant. I don't think she is paid to go in there. I think she is there to obviously enhance her own career. And I think the over dramatization, we've seen this in other people, haven't we? They're just, that's the actress thing that comes out, isn't it? It's when it's not authentic. And, if you're in the movie in the right context, it works. If you're on reality TV, it just looks slightly ridiculous. But I don't know. I think it'll be interesting where it goes. And the floor is cleared now. And I do love Davide's pettiness, just to fucking say, right, I'm not sleeping in the bed, but I'm fucking taking all the beds, the quilt and the pillows and everything. He is fucked off now. But she's dug into her corner, I've seen this from other people where they're like convinced themselves, they're the victim in all of this. And, I did absolutely nothing wrong. And ultimately, if she's a better match for Jay, then she should explore that. Absolutely. Yes. It's just the way she did it. It was just a bit shit. Yeah. But what do you think of Jay, when it was all kicking off and everything? What do you think of Jay just kind of sitting back and watching it unfold?
Well, look, in the eyes of the guys, Dave, he's been sneaky as well, hasn't he? Whatever, a lot of the guys weren't really siding with him, were they? I mean, I saw someone online, I'm pissing myself. I sent it to you yesterday. Someone put Ekin-Su and that 40-year-old bloke have both plants. So it's like, 40-year-old bloke. And then there was an angle of Jay. It was just purely an angle, because obviously he's got a body of an Adonis, and him and Davide have got, in my opinion, the 2 best bodies out of the guys, you know what I mean? But it was this angle. He did look about 40, and I thought, hey, I'd say what, Dave? You get back in shape, get in there. Obviously, I'm married, Dave. That's just hypothetical, obviously, but but it was interesting because he'll have lost a bit. I mean, Davide did say to him, "I don't really blame you." I think he probably should have had not a go at him, but he should have said, like, mate, just tell me you're into her. You don't have to sneak around. He sort of let. I know you said yesterday, Jay's single, and Ekin-Su is the one who he's partnered up with. And like I say, Davide, fucking lollipop. His ego was bruised, everything, no problem. And he's saying, like, I want to find love, bull fucking shit. You've not done anything since we've been in there to justify you want to be in love with someone. You just want someone to sort of idolize you. But Jay could have handled it better. So I think he just took a step back, maybe as well because of Ekin-Su. She's just a fucking one-man band, isn't she, Dave? She's like a tornado doing her own thing. I bet living with her 24/7 is, I can't even imagine it. We're getting an edited show. I can't imagine what she's like. She's probably doing stuff all day long. She's getting involved in everyone's relationships, and she's giving some great advice, without a doubt, Luca and some other people. But it just, I don't know with him. And I think I really want Danica to pick him, Dave. I don't think she is. I really want her, because Ekin-Su was getting jealous, wasn't they, when Danica was like, I'm a dancer. She's very confident, Dave, almost on the verge of being a bit arrogant. She came over with the girl, but then Tasha was getting arsey, Dave, and I've not seen that. A lot of people have dug Tasha out, and I've not really, I don't know whether it's blinkers, because I thought she was nice, but she's like, I'm a dancer as well, and he didn't do that for me, and then Davide got up dancing and all this. So I'm not sure, but my ideal thing with this whole thing was for Jay to get with Danica, just to cause even more chaos, because I've got a feeling, Dave, with Ekin-Su, she's going to not like Jay, because the chase of it all was the sneaking around and getting Jay behind Davide's back. I think she might make a play back for Davide, Dave. Reality radar on point once again. You've heard it here first.
There was I can't remember exactly what the message was, but there was a suggestion on the Facebook page that maybe Glenn could gather some statistics on the reality radar? Maybe we'll have some quantitative data to see how accurate the radar is.
It was Derek who does the statistics, Dave. But anyway, that was one of the things I wanted to lead on to. So there's been some absolutely blasphemous comments about the reality radar again, Dave. Now, Tom, who's a great guy, shout out to Dave's epic reality radar with the trademark as well. He's put, how dare him, ping, on episode 10. And he's quoting you. If he does get rejected, Davide, I think we could see some blowouts here. And then Zoe actually comment, Dave, and I'm not happy about this at all. Was it Zoe? Oh yeah, Zoe. I think it needs its own Insta. Get Derek to do the stats to see how the radar performs. So I commented, hello, people. I'm the reality radar. Any pale imitation will be served court papers for TM infringement.
You just have to be asked to do it.
Yes,
that's where it all falls down.
It does fall down. And then Zoe's put, you don't own the radar owns you. So she shut me right up there. I've not seen that, just read it.
That was a great comment.
But you say
very
that,
philosophical.
But the clock little analogy you give, Dave. So Karen, long-time listener, Facebook friend, everything. What a great person to be in our community, Karen is, Dave. Let me just read this out. I was going to read this out, my friend. Just did a massive catch-up on the podcast for Love Island. Well, what can I say? Ekin-Su is definitely out of order sneaking around. She needs to just tell Davide that he's dull and has zero personality. I'm not keen on him, but it's totally muggy to be sneaking around. She's very needy. Luca and Gemma, I'm on the reality radar train. The slip of the tongue felt staged. Hello, that's not the first person to say that. Well done, Karen. Great work there. Red flags on both sides. Gemma feels like she's trying to be Anna Friel. Paige, she's Demi from another series, Mark II. Andrew is Curtis, which we mentioned. Tasha, I loved at the beginning, but I'm going off at awful together. The rest haven't shown me enough to comment. I'm still hooked even after I said I wouldn't watch after loving maths. Anyway, can't wait for the next podcast. So thank you, Karen. And again, Dave, I commented and I just said, thanks, Karen. Another reality radar supporter. And she's put, Chris, you are spot on with clapping hands, Dave. Now, what can I say, Dave? The radar is back, my friend. So that is my prediction. Ekin-Su is going to go, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Because Davide doesn't want her and I've had enough of you, Oh, I mean, these accents are getting worse, but he's going to do all that. I think she's going to go, hang on a minute, what have I done? I think she's going to get back with him, Dave, and Jay's just going to be yesterday's chip paper.
I'm not going to rule out that might happen. I think she... I mean, the thing is, Chris, I wouldn't trust her as far as I could throw her. Would I watch an Ekin-Su based reality TV show? Absolutely.
Yeah, I would as well. Yeah,
messy as fuck. But
get her on maths, Dave.
I think she does just like the thrill of the chase, and so even though she's annoyed, and she's like, "Well, I'm not speaking to him," and neither of them is going to make the first move. It was really interesting in the game. Where she decided to kiss Davide on the cheek there. Bit of a power move, I thought. But I don't think that's completely dead. And I think she does have this... she has this confidence, but underneath, I think she has this insecurity. And you could kind of see it. She was almost behaving what we criticise Luca for, which is being absolutely insecure with Gemma and like being threatened by everything. And that we saw that coming out when Danica came in. So I'm hoping, Chris, and this is not a prediction, but just a hope, that she stays with Jay for a little bit longer and before a bombshell comes in and breaks them up. It's no good if Danica just comes in and breaks them up straight away. They're not even a couple. There's no fucking feelings there. There's just, a sexual chemistry. And, they enjoyed, they got off on the sneaking round and shit like that. Well, now I'm not sure Jay is going to be that, willing to put all his eggs in one basket. And, I think there's going to be more drama there, Chris. But at the end of week 2, I'd say, week 1 was slow. It's always slow. But I am already thinking this is better than the previous season.
Yeah, it's been great. It has been great. I was digging it out the first couple of episodes. I was wrong, Dave. I'm happy to take the L on that one. A couple of final observations, Dave, that had me fucking pissing myself laughing was fucking Amber was chatting away, and she got a little bit jealous, with Danica being in there. Jax just went, "You don't even like him anyway," she was like, "How dare you?"
That was fucking
brilliant,
excellent. Yeah, I love that, and I'm not Jax's fan at all, but I thought in that moment, good one. Yeah, she had nothing at all, and the thing is, we see it as the viewers, don't we? But, you do wonder these little conversations they're having together. But obviously, she's just projecting that all the time. And like I say, it's fine to not like him. But I'm not sure if she's just trying to kid herself or she's keeping it going for the show or what. But yeah, no, that was absolutely nailed on, that comment.
Oh, it's brilliant. And then one of the other bits, Dave, was when Danica had gone over chatting to the guys, and the whole girls are there, like the guys, I'm sure the guys are going to do the same as well. Like they do the meerkats thing, Dave. There'll be another bombshell coming, and all the girls obviously chatting and giggling like the guys are doing with Danica. So exactly the same thing. I love that. And everyone gets steady and secure, even the ones who look great. That's what she said to Davide. He had to be humbled because he's fucking loves himself. But fucking India, I'm not fucking showing her around. Oh, fucking chance. Do you want to tour the villa? Yeah. Do you want to tour? Would you come over, Dave? We've all done that, haven't we? We've all, Dave. I know I'm calling her, but every single one of us has done that with people, haven't they? And go at work, well, fuck that. They can fuck off, and you're giving it the big one to your mates and that or whoever. And all of us are going to go, would you like a drink? It was fucking brilliant, Dave, because nobody can listen to this podcast or see that and say they've never done that. We've all slated someone going, fuck them. And then the next minute, yeah, no problem, come with us. Dave, it was pathetic, but it was so funny.
Yeah, no, it was good. But Chris, I mean, we're going to have a recoupling coming up. So girls are picking. I mean, what does the radar say for Sunday night?
Well, I am going to steal this radar prediction from my wonderful wife, Samantha, because she's been giving me stick anyway, Dave, as I've mentioned. I've had to correct myself because she says, you say stuff that I've said. And I go, no, I've said it. And we have a bit of a disagreement. Realise that I did say it, but I'm not scared. I back down, Dave, and give her the full credit.
It's like the old Brian Clough thing. It's like, we have a discussion about it, and then we decide that I was right.
I was right, and I'm always wrong, Dave. So, and this was a theory that we talked about anyway, and I think you'd mentioned this to me when we were like messaging off the podcast, but Sam thinks that Danica's going to pick Luca, which then sets up the Gemma and Jax reunion, which is what they reckon the whole thing about him going in was about. They didn't want to make it look too obvious, and then they become a power couple, Dave, and get back together. I can't see Danica picking Luca, but Sam's adamant she thinks that's it, and she's told me to say it on the podcast, Dave. So if she's wrong, it's not part of the reality radar. But if it's right, 24 years of marriage dictates that I'm having it. Yeah, that's another correction. I would just love her to pick Jay. I don't want her to pick Davide. I don't want her to pick, I know Davide, Remy are single and that, fair enough. I just want her to fucking pick someone who's in a couple. I really want it to be Jay because I can't imagine what Ekin-Su is going to be doing after this, Dave.
I think it's more likely that she picks Jay. She said about she doesn't date guys who are younger. I can't remember how old she said she is, but I mean, there's a lot of younger guys. And then old, I mean, if she picks Luca, I said this in the Discord, didn't I? I mean, Luca's 23, so he's out. Wink, wink. Yeah, he's 23, isn't he? Obviously.
Yeah. She's not 27, Dave. I'm sorry. That's how old she reckons she is. Not a chance.
No, so you're excluding a lot of the boys there, aren't you? I mean, who is left? Is it Davide and Jay?
Davide, Remy. I'm just thinking of the single ones. Davide and Jay and Remy are single, aren't they? So, and Jax single as well, isn't he?
No, he's with Amber.
He's with Amber.
Sorry, not Amber. Paige.
Paige. Yeah, he's with Paige.
They're kind of going along nicely, but we haven't seen too much screen time with them, really, have we? But you just sort of see them in the background, and they do seem to be like sat together quite often. So I kind of want to see some of their interactions and see actually is there something there.
Maybe. I mean, Dave, but they were absolute shithouses anyway, because we're there for about, must be well over 2 minutes of the looking round at everyone and will he, won't he, will he, won't he? It was fucking bollocks, Dave. And then it went, Sunday night. And I'm like, oh, you absolutely, I said to someone, we're not going to see who she picks. You know that, don't you? The way they're building it up.
Annoying.
Oh, Dave, I was like, and I'm thinking, it's an extended episode. I'm like, no, it'll be Sunday if it's extended. So, hand on heart, Dave, when we've discussed who you think, pick one. Who do you think then? 100% who do you think?
I think she'll pick Jay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, he fits the age range. I mean, really, she could go for Davide, couldn't she? With him being single and everything. She's not going to pick the fucking rapper, is she? She's not going to pick Remy.
No.
Have you seen? I'm sure, or I'm not sure, but you see Remy sort of talking up his connection with India. But then when you see them like sat at the breakfast bar, she's literally got her back to him. And she's like, oh, where's Ikenna?
Yeah.
I just think there's nothing there at all.
And they're all, I mean, to be fair, Dave, India and Ikenna both seem really nice people. Like I say, India was brilliant. The whole Ekin-Su, the way she dealt with that was ace. I thought it was really funny tonight. There were just so little one-liners in there. She does not give a fuck, and she does not like her, I don't think, Dave.
Yeah. So, and I kind of, again, another truth that was spoken. So Ekin-Su said, oh, well, he doesn't care, does he? He's, what I said was right. He doesn't care. And he's like, of course he cares, or else he wouldn't react like that. If he genuinely didn't care, he'd just brush it off, wouldn't he? He's not asked. Yeah, whatever. On to the next one. Of course he was, he was fired up, wasn't he? He says, when you're fired up and you see the red mist descends, you say stupid shit that you don't really mean. So, I like the way Ikenna just spoke that truth as well.
Good stuff, Dave. Good stuff. Now, Dave, brilliant end to the week. And thank you to everyone. It's been a great fun. Whether you agree, disagree with us, honestly, I get it. We all have different opinions on this show. And as long as it's all done, and on the Facebook page, it's all done in good humour, whether people agree or disagree. We have these great discussions, Dave, and I love that. If you do want to get involved, guys, get over to Chris and Dave's Reality TV cast. And like I said, there's a few members joining every day now. It's brilliant. We want to get it up to 200 members. I think we're about 190-ish now. So if you want to join, please get over there on Facebook. Or if you want to follow us on social media, on Twitter, at CD Reality Cast. Some great comments over there as well. And if you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. Also, if you do want to support us a little bit more, give us a patreon.com/CD Realitycast. So today's roll call of honour, Dave, is Ken Gustafson, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren, Haley, Susan, Priscilla, Hannah, Dee Dee, Katie, Joanna, Amy, Noreen, Brianna, Helen, Keith, Gillian, Tom, and Zoe. So thank you so much, guys. An ever-expanding list of patrons. It's so humbling, and I mean that sincerely. It's really nice of you to support me and Dave. We just love watching this show. And if you are listening and you're struggling to find the show, if you live outside the UK, there's loads of links on our Facebook page, guys. Everyone's been so nice, posting links on Daily Motion, things like that. So get over there if you're struggling to sort of catch up and you're missing anything. It's really good stuff. And Derek's statistics, again, Dave, unbelievable, that guy. Yeah. What he is doing there is iconic. So much time and effort he is spending. So thank you, Derek. I mean that. It's for me and Dave. It's so nice to read, because I'm just like, I've read that inadequate then, Dave. I mean, that happens to me a lot, obviously, but I was just as Sam. But no, you're thinking, we do the show and that, and Derek's putting some time in. That is dedication to the show. So thank you, Derek, and really good comments from all our friends on Facebook. Really good.
No, that's amazing. I actually wonder, is he painstakingly going to each Instagram page and then noting it down in a spreadsheet, or has he generated a little program that calls the Instagram API or something? Who knows? But the output is fantastic. So, you know what? Yeah, what I love about this show in particular, Chris, and it more so than the other shows that we watch. It's just how it catches fire when you get these, explosive moments, and because we all come with our own, innate beliefs, but also, what we've experienced in life. We can look at the same, bit of conflict and see it in so different ways. And so, yeah, it's just great to see all the different opinions, and it does make you think, oh, maybe I could have thought about it this way, or what have you. But no, absolutely brilliant.
And this first 2 weeks have been the reason why I love Love Island, Dave, and why I've called it out. Maths Australia was sensational. Early part of this year, it was brilliant. We've covered all them episodes as well, guys. If you want to get over to your podcast feed. It's a great show, Maths Australia. I know the UK one's actually been filmed because someone I know someone who's going on it, Dave. I can't explain. It was someone at work told me the other day. They were on the auditions and that for that. So that'll be interesting. But that should come out just after Love Island, which we love. But this is just brilliant. And it's the reason finally they've brought the heat. I just hope it doesn't fall off a cliff and we get all this drama and Ekin-Su gets booted out, and then it's all the lovey-dovey shit, Dave. We want pure breakups, kickoffs, everything, and that's what we've got. So you can't ask for any more. Brilliant stuff, guys. And for some reason, Love Island just absolutely grabs everyone's attention more than anything. Yeah. And I've had 2 guys come to me this week, Dave, other than the one I mentioned the other week who messaged me on Facebook, talking about Love Island, and all of a sudden, all the lads at work have gone, Hi, you watching Love Island like Phelpsy over there? Because I get stick anyway, Dave. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. Some of the pictures I can't even print, like what they send me of what I am, Dave. Do you know what I mean? Because I watch Love Island. I cannot print some of them. But I take it on the chin because I put myself out there. I don't care that I love reality stuff. I don't care what anyone thinks. I love it. And they have got some stick, Dave, and I'm fucking here for it. And I love it. So brilliant stuff.
Excellent, mate. Well, we're obviously, gushing at the moment, aren't we? We're 25% of the way through. So it's end of week 2 on 8 weeks. So this is our, we're just loving it, Chris, aren't we? Let's see how we are at the 50% mark.
We get to that point where we start hating each other, don't we? Yeah, it's like, do you want to record, Dave? Yeah, all right. I'm sick of your voice, Chris. Thanks for mine, Dave. I totally get it. I understand.
Because it's at that halfway point, isn't it? Where it's like, fucking again. Oh, yeah.
But because it's been good, these 2 weeks have flown.
Yes, it's been good.
So that's half the battle in it. So the heady heights of this podcast, without a doubt, and we talked about this the other day on our other podcast, the VHS Strikes Back, is the episode with Ovi's cricket bat, Dave. One of the best episodes of podcasting, and we must have done nearly 1,000 podcasts together, Dave. Now we must have. They must be hitting that easy.
I think across all of them, yeah
easy. Probably. And that is my favourite. That and the American. So, if you ever want to know, and I always promote this episode, if you ever want to know about mine and Dave's younger life, especially mine, go on the VHS Strikes Back and listen to find the American Pie episode. That's all I'm going to say. You only need first 20 minutes. That's all you need, and that is unbelievable. That's one of my favourite episodes. But the Ovi one. We couldn't even. We had to cut out that much laughing. We couldn't breathe, could we? For ages. It was so funny. Oh my god! I couldn't even say which one it was, Dave. It's the first series of Love Island we did. It was unbelievable. Anyway, so sorry for waffling, everyone. Dave, Starman, thanks for letting us do this again, mate. I love every single minute of all this stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Bye now.